What's up everybody? In this video, I'm going to show you how to scan IP address and find all open ports on that specific computer or a host. First thing we need to do, we need to open our internet browser, and then we need to go to inmap.org, and then we need to click on download, and we need to download Inmap. Right here, this is the latest release. I'm just going to click on this right here, and it's going to start downloading automatically. Once the download is complete, we can open file or we can navigate to download and run it from there. And here you just have to press on yes. Now we can minimize the internet browser, and right here we just have to go through the installation process. Click on agree, leave everything checked here, and then click next, and then click on install. And then we need to click on I agree here as well. And in here, I'm just going to put a check mark next to this line, and everything else I'm going to leave it unchecked. I'm going to click on install, and then click next, and then click finish, and then next again, next, and then finish. And you'll see icon is going to appear on your screen. Just double click on it. And right here, here's what we need to do. In here, we need to type the IP address, the one that we're going to scan for. I'm going to use my local IP address. You can use any external IP addresses, but I would not recommend just randomly going around and scanning IP addresses for open ports without consent of that IP owner. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to type one of my IP addresses. And then in here, I'm going to change the value. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to scan this IP address for port 80 if port 80 is open on it. So I'm gonna leave dash, and I'm gonna delete this, and I'm gonna add P space 80 and then space again, and then I'm gonna press on scan, and it's gonna start scanning. And as you can see right here, it's found the result that port 80 TCP is not open. Then what we can do, we can add another value here. We can delete this, and then we can add 1-200. It's gonna scan my IP address for all the ports from 1 to 200. And then you click on scan, and you can see from 1 to 200, it found 2 more open ports. And if we click on ports and hosts, you can see that it found 2 more ports. Then we can change another value right here. Instead of P, we can just put capital F, and that is gonna scan for most common ports. And then click on scan, and it found 5 more open ports on my system. And if you click on ports and hosts, you can see every one of those ports is TCP and they're open. And then next command, what we can do, I'm gonna delete F, I'm gonna add P and then hyphen again. And this specific command is gonna scan that IP address for all of the ports on it. So it's from first to 65,535. And then you click on scan, and this process is probably gonna take a little while. This scan took a little longer to scan, but you can see it found more open ports on that specific host. And right here, you can go through all of the different tabs, ports and hosts, topology. You can see this is me scanning this computer, and then you can click on host detail. It's not going to give you a whole lot, but it's going to give you MAC address, IP address, and all of the ports scanned and how many it did found. And then you can click on scans, and it's going to show you all of the scans that I did against that IP address. And then here are a few more types of commands we can use. I'm going to scan different IP address. We're going to scan my switch. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete P, and I'm going to add S capital T. This is going to scan for all TCP IP, and then I'm going to click on scan. Once the scan is complete, you can see what kind of switch is that. That's an Adtron switch, and it has SSH, Open Telnet, and HTTP. You can click on here. You can see all the ports that it's using. Topology, same thing. Host detail, you can see it scanned 1,000 ports. 3 of them are open. Same thing. That's the command that I've used so far. Then next command, what we can do, we can scan for UDP ports. So right here, we're gonna delete T and we're gonna add U, and then we're gonna press on scan. After scan is complete, you can see it's also found 2 UDP ports that are open. And the last command that I'm going to show you, which you can do right here, we need to delete S and U, and then we're just going to add capital A. And this is going to try to detect which operation system is running on that specific IP address. So we're going to click on scan, and we will see if it's actually going to be able to determine that that's a switch or that's a Windows computer. Once the scan is complete, you can see right here, it's actually pulled quite a bit of data, and we can scroll down, we can go through this, and it's actually determined this what kind of device is. That's a router. It's not a router, it's a switch, but still it's running Edtron embedded. It's probably some kind of Edtron software running on top of it. And then if I'm gonna click on host detail, right here you can see this is the actual operation system that's running, and you can see right here this is the name, ports used, and OS classes. So with the Nmap you can actually get a lot of information from IP address or from a host. I'll put all links in the description below. Also, I will add all commands that I use in this video, and probably I'm gonna add a few extra commands that you can actually play around with. And maybe this software can be useful in your environment. If this video was helpful to you, press that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.